let's talk a little X-Men, because speaking of mutants, Disney's finally kind of announced that they've got a semi-title for the new X-Men movie, which may be just The Mutants instead of X-Men. So I wanted to get your thoughts on that. How you kind of feeling about that? I'm definitely gonna chime in because I feel like the X-Men name is just too branded. You can't take that away.
Yeah, I think they're going to slow build it just like how they did with Avengers. I think Marvel does it right when it comes to like a big ensemble cast like that. Just kind of give everybody some quality screen time. I think we just get to know these guys as just who they are. Like Wolverine wasn't called Wolverine in the previous X-Men, just called him Logan. We just knew he was Wolverine. So I think we're going to get that, like a kind of a slow build. I think how everybody's getting their powers. Who knows if Wanda's hex from Westview affected a lot of those people like it did for Monica Rambeau, who's will be Spectrum in Captain Marvel 2. And it's cool, you know what I mean? Just calling it the mutants, you know, everybody's getting mutated. Nobody knows what to do with their powers. You know, then you introduce a Professor X, who I think will probably be the main focal point and kind of gathering all these people together. Kind of like on some Avengers, you know, some Avengers type shit. So I'm all for it. I'm cool with them just not going all in, like calling it X-Men just yet. I think it's just kind of reintroduce everybody, kind of, you know, get everybody away from the previous X-Men movies and bring them together and get to know these guys and how their powers, and we grow with these characters as they go.
I guess that's a good point. My only thing is just the X-Men is too big of a brand. You can't drop that name, because one of I was reading the story, one of the EVPs was saying that the X-Men name is kind of outdated because it's always included women. But my point is, we get that, but certain names are just who they are. It's always going to be inclusive of women. You're always going to have the strong characters like so. In fact, X-Men was one of those first team series in the comics that had a bunch of women as stars, like Storm, Rogue. I mean, the Phoenix series, this is the most famous thing. Epic. It was all about the most powerful woman in the galaxy. So, I mean, that goes without saying. X-Men is all inclusive, but how they do it is we'll see. I'm kind of with you on that, to kind of just divorce everyone's memory from the old Singer X-Men's first, to kind of slowly sprinkle in people where they can and build up the universe.
Kind of what they did in First Class. You know what I mean? They didn't, I mean, it was called an X-Men film because obviously it's, you know, Fox, they're trying to sell, you know, you're selling the X-Men brand. But I think Marvel's already done so good with what they've done together. You can call it, you know, something like you can call it Professor X if you wanted to, and it'll be it would still do good. Yeah, like it could be just that. You don't necessarily have to. Yeah, you don't have to put X-Men. I think they've built the brand so much to the point where, you know, they can pretty much do what they want, man, and title it however they want, and they're gonna give some quality content. So I'm excited for, you know, and I'm not even mad at the title for the mutants and not incorporating X-Men, because I think that'll come further along as they continue down the MCU.
For sure. I mean, I think the branding needs to stay. And to be clear, they haven't confirmed yet that will be the title. So far, Disney has only confirmed in that universe that Deadpool 3 is a go with Ryan Reynolds. They've locked that in. But everything else with the new X-Men franchise, what they call it, hasn't truly been locked in yet. These are just, you know, rumors that are going around and probably things are thrown around.